Another one in the history books of Philippine motorsports. This is your true nationwide championship series. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Jongo here, and welcome to your Super Series. We are here in Cebu right now, and of course, first race of the day. That is the Super Underbone 1.5 Limited SP category. Here we go. And we're looking at 6 racers right here. Yuri Olivar from Honda Project M, Fons Borja, Caim Ventura, John Tonido, and Carl Morta, and John Morcilia. Good afternoon, everyone. So, we're gonna start early right now. You might be wondering why we started early. Kasi baka uulan po. And it's very gloomy right here in Kartzone. So we are going to start early right now. There we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing right here. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Tell us, where are you watching from? And we'll try our best to, read all your comments later. Here we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing right here. And please share this live here right now. Here we go. Olivar, Borja, and Ventura. A good one right there by Olivar. Let's see if he'll be able to take it on. There you go. Nice one right there. But Borja, slide down to second. Caim Ventura, umakyat bigla. Tingnan natin ngayon. There we go. Here we go. That's Yuri Olivar. I think that is Caim Ventura right there. Let's see if he was able to grab, or Fons Borja. Kaya ba ni Fons Borja maghabol right now? Super grab, or Fons Borja. Kaya ba ni Fons Borja maghabol right now? Super schedule for this is the class. Suddenly got the that is our fastest lap right here. Fastest lap, but look at that. Fons Borja humahabol right now. Now look at the gap right here. That is a .0209 Fons Borja, very determined to get this one right here. So, tingnan po natin. But so far, Olivar is breaking away right now with a 0.662. Oy, Fons Borja, lumalapit si Fons Borja right here. This is the opening stages of your Super Series Nationwide Championship presented to you by Motul. There we go. That is a battle for second right here. Ventura and Borja. Tingnan natin if Fons will be able to grab that one. He started on second. But tingnan natin if he'll be able to grab that one as Yuri Olivar from Honda Project M, onboard Honda Winner X. There we go. Fons Borja, let's see. No opening right there. Will he be able to grab that one? Here we go. Yuri Olivar, our race leader right here from Honda Project M, Extremo. This is the battle right here for second. That's Fons Borja and Caim Ventura. Good afternoon! Kumusta po sila? And welcome to your Motul Super Series here in Cebu. This is the last leg that we're gonna have right now, right here. So, for the Visayas, Mindanao lang. Hindi pa po sa championships ng ano. So, I'm very glad that everybody is with us. And of course, you might be wondering, bakit pa kami nag-start ng a little bit earlier? Because it's gonna rain around 2:30 or 2:45, so we don't want that one to be hampering our race right here as we are expecting a tight race. Oh, saan si Fons? What happened there? Fons went down. Sayang naman yun. So the pressure of Fons Borja, she went down. So we're gonna check it out right now. He is currently on 5th. Well, is he okay? I think he's okay. There we go. But so far, right now, this is Yuri Olivar looking good. There we go. With a 1.613 gap right there. Wow, grabe ang gap. Ang layo nito. So, there you go. Checking out Yuri Olivar right here. And the rest of the pack, there we go. That is Caim Ventura and John Tonido. And this is Carl Morta. Oh, Carl Morta pala yun. Fons Borja and the rest of the pack right here. Here we go. We are on lap number 3, or 3 laps to go right here. As our race leader, Yuri Olivar, looking good, looking strong. There we go. On board a Honda Winner X. There we go. That is the rest of the pack, and that is Caim Ventura, and that is John Tonido, Carl Morta, Fons Borja, and John Morcilia. There we go. Yuri Olivar looking good with 2 laps to go in this race. Here we go. He clocked in the fastest a while ago at 36.78 for Yuri Olivar. Looking good right here for Yuri Olivar. Then this is Caim Ventura. Medyo malayo na ito siya ngayon dito. John Tonido, Carl Morta, Fons Borja, and John Morcilia. Last lap of the race right here for Yuri Olivar. There we go. This is our race leader right here. Honda Project M. Could be a first win of the day for the rest of the guys. And checking out Caim Ventura, medyo malayo na to. That's a 3.264 gap right there for the checkered flag right here. Here we go. Oh, medyo, oh, what's wrong? There we go. Winning this one is Yuri Olivar. Nice one there for Yuri. He started on first and didn't look back. He have a 2.681 gap right there. So, wow, grabe. Fons Borja, too sad for Fons. He went down by himself. He went down by himself. Yeah. All right, so he went down by himself. There we go. Now, let's check out the classification right here. There we go. After 10 laps of racing, Yuri Olivar from Project M Honda Project M, Caim Ventura with a 2.681 gap right there from TMS Speedhouse, John Tonido, Tune Garage, and Carl Molta, Fons Borja, and of course, John Morcilla. And our race winner right here is, there we go, Yuri Olaivar. Wow, all the way from Luzon. First win right here for Honda Project M team. There you go. First win for Yuri Olaivar for the day. First win as well for Project M, for Honda Project M. All right. Okay, so we will be right back. All right, welcome back everyone. Jongo here, and we are now on to our second race of the day. That is a Scooter 125 Limited SP category. And we're looking at Francis Castañeda, Kent Basalo, and Dame Matabagon. There we go. This is the opening stages of this race. So far, so good. This is Castañeda. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing right here. This is the Scooter, Super Scooter 125 Limited category. All right, there we go. So this is the opening stages. Francis Castañeda clocking in the fastest right here. But the fastest lap, there we go. Francis Castañeda with a 31.831 right there. All right, there we go. Kent Basalo looking good. Currently in second, and Dwayne Matabagon currently in third. There we go. Francis Castañeda looking good right here. Our race leader with a 4.998 gap. Now, that is the one big gap right there. So this is the battle for first right here. Kent Basalo, Francis Castañeda. Here we go. We are on lap number 6, or 6 laps to go right here. Now the gap for Kent Basalo has now increased. There we go, 7.129. And Dame Matabagon is quite far out yet. There we go. So this is kinda. Wow, look at the speed of that right there with 5 laps to go right here. This is your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships here at Kartzone, Cebu. This is GP2 here in Cebu. Of course, this is round number 6 as well for your Nationwide Championships. And this is our last leg for the Visayas Mindanao races. And of course, we're expecting some battle later on. So you have to stand by for that one. That is going to be the battle for the Super Underbone GPSP category. There we go. So Kent Basalo, this is Francis Castañeda, is about to overlap Kent Basalo right here. Three laps to go in this race. Looking good. Oh, wow. Look at the gap right there. That is 9.712 gap. Grabe. There we go. Francis Castañeda. Yep, good afternoon, everyone. After this, we'll be having the Motul Super Underbone Open GP and SP, where Efraim Munahon and Dustin Esguerra is only separated with a 0.0008 of a second right there. Here we go. Last lap for our race leader. There we go, Francis Castaneda. There we go for the checkered flag. Francis Castaneda taking this one right here. Our race winner. Congratulations right there. All right, there we go. Francis Castaneda from Hyperboy Racing Team winning this one right here. Congratulations for Francis Castaneda. So we will be right back with the Motul Super Underbone, the cream of the crop. Stand by for that. Of course, you will see the battle between Honda versus Yamaha right here. So check that out in a while. So we will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are now This is the Super Underbone 155 Open GP and SP, and headed by that guy right there. That is Efraim Onahon from Honda Project M, sitting on pole position, followed by Dustin Esguerra, Rain Del Mundo, and of course on the SP category, that is Fernando Corteza III, Yuri Olaivar, Fons Borja, Rafael Davis, and Carl Morta. There we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. Here we go. We're scheduled for 10 laps of racing. Who will take first corner right here? This is a tight battle between Efraim Onahon and Dustin Esguerra. Here we go. Who will take first corner right there? A good one right there by Efraim Onahon. Rain Del Mundo wheelied the bike. Now Dustin Esguerra trying to get at it right now on Efraim Onahon. There we go. That is the gap in the opening stages of this race. There we go. Efraim Onahon on top of this one right here. But Fernando Corteza was able to grab that one, that third position from Rain Del Mundo. Oh, Rain Del Mundo is caught in traffic right here. Now, this is the opening stages as the top rider right here. That is Dustin Esguerra and Efraim Onahon right there. Look at that. We are looking at Honda versus Yamaha right here. This is the opening stages. Honda versus Yamaha. Dustin Esguerra versus Efraim Onahon. Wow, this is a classic matchup. Onahon and Esguerra. Oh, Esguerra, there's a small opening, nothing there. Look at the gap, 0.108 right there. This is a, whoa. Medyo nag-aalanganin kanina si Efraim Onahon. Let's see. Wow. This is a very nice race right here. We are still on lap number 2, and look at that. Fastest lap, Dustin Esguerra closing in right here. Now, Dustin Esguerra got the fastest lap right here. Let's see if he'll be able to catch up on Efraim Onahon, but this is one crucial race. That is a battle for first. Onahon, Esguerra. Oh, Esguerra, a little bit of a... He stood up a little bit. Didn't continue with his banking right there. Oh, something fell off. Oh, that is a crash guard right there. So this is the cream of the crop. The top racers in your Super Series nationwide, presented by Motul. Esguerra, Onahon. I've been talking about these two gentlemen for how many years now? Ito pa rin sila. They are fighting right here with a 0.112 gap right there between these two riders. Honda versus Yamaha right here. Wala pong kukurap ngayon. Tingnan nyo po. This is, wow, Esguerra on the small opening right there. But Onahon is so very determined to get this one. Now, this is payback time as well for the Honda Project M, as this is going to be their last Visayas Mindanao race. They must defend their home turf right here. Wow, this is it. Wala na po. They have to go back to Luzon to compete against these riders right here. It's now 4 laps to go in this race as Efraim Onahon leads this one right here. Rain Del Mundo was able to grab third position. We'll see. Here we go. There we go. That is Rain Del Mundo right there. But so far, the rest of the pack right here. Here we go. The rest of the pack as we go back right here to Efraim Onahon, Rain Del Mundo, and Dustin Esguerra. The gap. Let's see on that gap right there. Wow, grabe. This is one tough race right here. Efraim Onahon, Dustin Esguerra, very determined to get this one. Who is going to win right here? Grabe. I'm out of breath right here, but so far, there we go. The gap right here is 0.193. Now, mind you, gents, that the gap between these two riders right here, ano talaga, it's around 0.008. That is the gap right there between these two riders. Wow. Here we go. Onahon looking good. Esguerra still at the back end of Onahon. The gap, 0.369. Medyo lumalayo ng konti, but on some few corners, lumalapit talaga si Esguerra. So this is going to be it. We are now on the last lap of the race. Here we go for the checkered flag as Efraim Onahon got this one right here. Wow. Wow, grabe. Look at this too. Talking and signs of sportsmanship right here as Efraim Onahon wins the race. Wow, grabe. Rain Del Mundo taking on third, and of course the winner for the SP is Fernando Corteza the third. There we go. As Efraim Onahon win number one for the day. One more race for Efraim Onahon later on. So, grabe. From Honda Project M, of course, Honda won this one right here. Wow, that was a fierce battle between him and Dustin Esguerra, the two veterans on the racetrack. Grabe. There we go. Look at that. Efraim Onahon taking this one right here. Dustin Esguerra, Rain Del Mundo. Of course, winning the other one is Fernando Corteza and Julio Laivar. And here we go. Fernando Corteza the third winning this one right here. As Efraim Onahon going back, this is Fernando Corteza the third winning the SP category. All right, so there we go. That is the race result right here. Onahon, Dustin Esguerra, Rain Del Mundo for the GP category. Fernando Corteza for the SP, Yuri Olaiva, Rafael Davis, and Carl Morta. All right, so looking at your comments right here. Bogart Moto, meron po ba kayong stream sa YouTube? Yes, we have. Check it out. Check mo nga, meron ba tayong YouTube? Yes, we have YouTube for sure. Shout out TSR 150 Bohol. Yes, kumusta kayo dyan? And good job, Yuri, from Chubing Cruz. I hope I read that right. All right, so We have YouTube. Ayun, it's confirmed. We have YouTube. Thank you. All right, we will be right back. Alright. While waiting, maraming nagpapa-shoutout dito. Ariel Salonga Kadag watching from office. Saan po office natin, sir? Sunday po. Nagtatrabaho po. Ganun talaga ang buhay, no? Pati kami dito, nagtatrabaho din kami. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your Super Series. And of course, this is the last race for the Visayas Mindanao Championships. And syempre naman, some of the Visayas teams or Visayas Mindanao teams will be taking advantage of this. So, because they're traveling now back to Luzon for two more races. JM Alonso, there we go. Shout out sa iyo. JM Alonso, yung stint niya sa Visayas and Mindanao was perfect. So, 3 wins in Panglao, 3 wins in here in Cebu 3 weeks ago. So, JM Alonso, congrats on that. Sa Kainta po, si RM, kumusta? Yes, thank you RM for working on a Sunday. Thank you RM, ayun. Maraming salamat RM for working on a Sunday. Thank you so much. All right, Haris John Roque, yes. Masato Fernando, Asian Road Racing Championships. Of course, you have to check on that. Asian Road Racing Championships coming right up. I think that is the September race. So, Haris Jan Roque, saan ba? Ayun. IRGP, of course, 21 to 25. Don't forget about that. We'll see you there. IRGP. That's Garage number 1. That is from Dinlan Perry Gilamon. Yes. Of course, pa-share na lang. Requesting everybody to share the live. So we're just killing time right here kasi there is a gap in the some of the riders raced on the other category, previous category. So we have to do a break. And of course, Project M team. Sige now, tell us, which team are you rooting for this afternoon? Melchor, Yalip Tura, Rain Malonzo. Yes, good luck, JM Malonzo. Wala pong karera si JM ngayon. So, next month, meron na. Ariel Salonga, Kadag, Miss Rose. Nanonood din ng live. Ma'am Rose, thank you so much for working on a Sunday. And of course, I think meron pa tayong inaantay na mga release papers. Anyway, Melchor, Yalip Tura, Team Project M, yun. Okay, I still have time to read your comments right here. So, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for watching and thank you for checking out this Super Series Nationwide Championships. And of course, we are coming to you live right here at Kartzone. Good teams, good luck, teams and riders siguro Toros, tama ba? So, we started very early kasi it's gonna rain here. And there is also a storm coming in, no? So ayaw namin madamay doon, no? So that's why we started early, so we'll be able to finish this race early. But nevertheless, you are treated to a very good race a while ago, yung Motul Super Underbone Open GPSP. Now later on, the fight continues, the battle continues between Dustin and Ephraim later on po yun for the last race of the afternoon. All right. May nagtatanong kanina, ito, Joven Sumarago, shout out John T. Morcilla. Yes, numero si John Morcilla kanina. James Alonso. Dodge Garage for S1M Ravenol Racing Team. There we go. Harris John Roque. Kilian Ferrer, shout out Rafael Davis, let's go. Kenville, shout out Moto Garahe, SR Moto Garahe. Oh, I saw SR a while ago. Laban Basic Garage. There's Joven Sumarrago. Ayun. Okay, we're still waiting for the riders to come in. Ronald Suarez, good afternoon sa iyo, sir. Adriana Golo, Drake Golos, Sigtanaw sa Chicks Diri. Wow! Baka meron kang camera dyan, pwede mo bang i-share? Dave Mayola, Manggubat, shout out watching from Cebu. Thank you so much for watching. Tell your friends about it, share nyo po, and so that people will be having fun this afternoon. And it's a gloomy Sunday afternoon right here at Mabolo. So, here in Cebu. So, I hope hindi po kami maabutan ng ulan. So, yun, we're still waiting for the riders to come in. Dave Torno, shout out from Once Daily Bread Barili. Thank you so much for the snacks a while ago. Dave, maraming salamat. Yan po yung isa sa mga crew natin dito. And of course, JM Alonso, I love Cebu. Anong love mo dito sa Cebu, JM? Ayun, the riders are already in. So we're just waiting for them to be greeting. I love Cebu, JM. Ha, duda ako to kay JM. Ano kaya love ni JM sa Cebu? Ronald Suarez, yun na nga eh. Lechon! Lechon Cebu ba, JM? Ayun, yes. Harris John Roque. Inside Racing Grand Prix, of course. Here we go. Lechon po. Ayun, yun. Siyempre. All right, coming right up. You see the greeting right here. This is the Super Underbone 155 Limited Intermediate category. So, we have 4 riders, Rafael Davis, Fernando Cortesa, Caim Ventura, and John Tunido on the track. Kulang pa ng isa. Yep, I think we are... Ayun, kompleto na. Yes, masarap ang lechon dito sa Cebu. All right. Very glad to read all your comments. Kaon og tuslo buwa, Pasil Idol. I think nakakain ka na ba ng tuslo buwa, JM? Ayun. Kakaibang lechon Cebu, kuya. Oy, Kerwin Chang, kumusta ka dyan? Here we go. We're scheduled for 10 laps of racing. This is your Super Underbone 155 Limited Intermediate category. Here we go. Rafael Davis is on pole right here, followed by Fernando Corteza, Caim Ventura, and John Tonido. There we go. You're watching the Motul Super Underbone or Super Series Nationwide Championships. This is your Super Underbone 155 Limited Intermediate category. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. And it's a gloomy Sunday afternoon, but nevertheless, thank you so much for having us in your background, or thank you so much for having us or for watching. We have a very nice race later on. Kanina, before this race, it was a battle between Efrain Monaon and Dustin Esguerra. And we'll see that later on. Here we go. Who will take first corner? Rafael Davis, Fernando Corteza, o Caim Ventura. These are racers here in Cebu. A good one right there by Rafael Davis. This is the opening stages, but Fernando Corteza is making a move right here. That is a close gap in the opening stages of our Super Underbone 155 Limited Intermediate category. There we go. Welcome to the races, everybody. And this is your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. There you go. Rafael Davis right here with a 0.257 gap from Andot Corteza the third. These two riders knows this racetrack very well. So, tingnan natin. And right there, you're looking at Caim Ventura and John Tonido. Here we go. The gap is 0.258. So that is a very small gap right there by Rafael Davis and Fernando Corteza. Tingnan natin if he'll be able to find a way to make a move. Now the two riders, that is John Tonido and Caim Ventura. We are now on lap number 3. It's a jump-packed Sunday afternoon crowd right here in Kartzone, Cebu. Thank you so much for sharing or spending your Sunday afternoon right here with us, with family and friends. Here we go. No lead changes right here, but I think Fernando Corteza is just waiting for Rafael Davis to make a mistake. So that's kind of the thing, actually. If you keep on pressuring the guy in front of you, you'll be able to experience some few pressure, and of course, hoping in the process you'll be able to make some few mistakes that, you know, the other guy at your back will just take advantage. Para lang po yung business. Some people make some mistake especially if you're the market leader, and suddenly just waiting for you to make a mistake, and suddenly the other guy at your back just waiting for you to swoop in, waiting for you to make a mistake and suddenly swoop in just like that. There's a small opening kanina, and wow. So here we go. Rafael Davis holding on to this one. Fernando Corteza, tingnan natin if he'll be able to make a move right here. Well, we are more than halfway mark in our race right here. The gap is 0.431. O baka nag-uusap tong dalawa na hindi na lang silang mag-overtake. Tingnan natin. So, there we go. That is Caim Ventura and John Tonido. Rafael Davis looking good. The gap right here is quite almost the same. Hindi po yan lumampas ng 1 second. So which means that mini-maintain lang ni Fernando Corteza with 3 laps to go. So anything can happen right here. So tingnan natin to. Caim Ventura with a 0.324 gap right there. So I'm not quite sure if John Tonido will be able to catch up right here. But anything can happen. That is the last podium position. So far, Rafael Davis. There we go. That's the battle for third. Caim Ventura. Last lap of the race. Here we go. Fastest lap, Rafael Davis. There we go. Race leader from SR Motogarahe, Rafael Davis. Holding on to this one. And will Ando Ting or will Fernando Corteza will make a move, a surprise move right here. Here we go for Rafael Davis, our race leader for the checkered flag from SR Motogarahe. Following him closely is Fernando Corteza with a 1.825 second right there. Caim Ventura coming in third and John Tonido coming in fourth. There we go, the results right here. Rafael Davis taking that one right there. There we go, Mr. SR Motogarahe himself. Rafael Davis winning this one right here. From SR Motogarahe. All right, we will be right back. All right, congratulations, Andoting, Speedhouse, Ronald Suarez, High Blood inaabot, Letson, kakaiba sa Cebu, mabisa. Anong mabisa? Ha? All right, we will be right back, everybody. We'll see you in a while. All right. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Scooter 160, and Super Mario is on the track. Francis Castaneda, Kent Basalo, and Ace Garrido. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And of course, stand by for the last race, and that is a feature race, of course. We're scheduled for 10 laps of racing right here. Here we go. Super Mario Borbon is on the track. Francis Castaneda, Kent Basalo, and Ace Garrido. 10 laps of racing. Here we go. Who will take first corner? Here we go. Mario Borbon shutting the door. Yep. He is very, what do you call that? Knows the racetrack very well. So Mario Borbon Jr. right here is on this race. This is the opening stages of our Super Scooter 160 category. There we go. Followed Francis Castaneda, Kent Basalo. There we go. This is the opening stages of your Super Scooter. Oh, Francis Castaneda clocking in the fastest right there. So that is 33.836. So mabilis. Almost 1 second gap from Mario Borbon. So ayun, medyo maganda tong laban to. I wasn't expecting this one right here, but nevertheless, Mario Borbon is now with a 0. Oh, bumaba. Ang time, 0.213 right there. So Mario Borbon, though some few corners, especially on that part of the track, that double A, medyo mabilis si Mario doon. But here we go. Francis Castaneda is also determined right here to get this one from Mario Borbon. Lap number 3. There we go. Some parts nagbe-break away si Mario, but some parts hindi. So very interesting. Now this is Kent Basalo. Is Ace Garrido. Medyo malayo si Ace. There we go. Ace, there we go. He's coming right up right there. Ace Garrido. Lot number 4 right here. Mario Borbon Jr. looking good. Mario Borbon with a 0.264 gap right there. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships as you're looking at the battle between Mario Borbon and Francis Castaneda with a 0.109 gap right here. So these two riders are from Cebu. That's Garage and AR9 Speed. Oh, medyo may pinapakita. Oh, now the gap is kind of slim right here. Medyo ano na itong gap na ito. Medyo maliit na itong gap na ito right now. So, let's see. Francis Castaneda, tingnan natin if he'll be able to make a move right here. Oh, there is a back marker coming right up. Buti na lang walang aberya sa kanila. So that back marker could have taken advantage by Francis Castaneda, but hindi niya na take advantage. But still, that is a very small gap. But ironically, Mari Borbon, I seldom see Mari Borbon makes a mistake on this track. So, di ba? I'm not quite sure. I think that's the only thing that Francis Castaneda is hoping to achieve. If Mari Borbon will make a mistake, that he'll be able to take advantage of it. There we go. That is Kent Basalo, Ace Garrido coming right up. Ang layo na ni Ace Garrido dito. So, oh, Francis Castaneda on the inside. Nothing there. Wow. Konting pasilip from Francis Castaneda. Let's see, with last lap of the race, here we go. This is it. Will he be able to make a move right here? A few more laps to go in this race. So let's see. Francis Castaneda determined to get this one right here. Here we go. Mario Borbon, our race leader for the checkered flag. Oh! Wow! Pumutok yung motor! Oh my God! Now, we have to check if there is a oil spill right here as the bike. Oh my God, we have to check on that. But riders are okay, but we have to check on the oil spill. Yeah, Mari Borbon winning this one. And of course, Francis Castaneda taking on that right there. So, second, medyo pumutok yung motor niya. Kent Basalo, 23.728 gap. And Ace Garrido with a one-lap gap right there. So, we have to check on the oil spill right here. But so far, all riders are okay. No problem with the riders right here. So, there we go. Mario Borbon winning this one right here. Super Mario taking this one for the Super or Scooter 160 Open category. There we go. All right, checking out your comments right here. Ano to, Paldo? Kusog na beat. Yes, malakas. Congrats, Ter Mario, Rap Lianes, Kenville, Motogarahe. Yes. Yun. So, right. Coming right up is our last race of the day. So that is going to be the battle between Honda versus Yamaha. Coming right up. We'll see you in a bit. Here we go. It's about to rain. And what a surprise timing for the rain. But nevertheless, here we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. On pole is Dustin Esguerra. This is the last race of the day. Dustin Esguerra is on pole right here, followed by Efraim Unahon, Rain Del Mundo, Fernando Cortesa III, Yuri Olaivar, Fons Borja, and Carl Morta. Here we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. Who will take first corner right here? Here we go. A while ago, we all know that Efraim Unahon did stew this ground right there. But this time, let's see if Dustin is... Here we go. A while ago, we all did stew this ground right there. But this time, let's see if Dustin is getting... Or Yamaha versus Honda. Who will take this one right here? A good start from Dustin Esguerra. Whoa! What happened right there? Dustin Esguerra side by side. He went down right now. That is Efraim Unahon and Hyperboy. That is Rain Del Mundo, as Efraim Unahon was able to grab that one right there. Let's see if Dustin Esguerra can still catch up right here. Here we go. Efraim Unahon. The rain is slowly pouring down right here. Here we go. This is the opening stages of the Super Underbone, Motul Super Underbone 155 GPSP category, as Rain Del Mundo is closing in on Efraim Unahon right now. Let's see if Dustin Esguerra, we have to check on Esguerra right now. Where is he? He's currently on 7th. Here we go. Unahon. Unahon right now is on the lead right here. There we go. That is Yuri Olaivar and Fons Borja. Esguerra clocking in the fastest right now. So humahabol si Dustin Esguerra. But right here, this is the battle between Yuri Olaivar and Fons Borja. There we go. Fastest lap is Dustin Esguerra, but that is not Dustin Esguerra. That is Efraim Unahon, our race leader right there. Following him closely is Rain Del Mundo. There is a battle for first, 1.473 right there, as Rain Del Mundo is closing in. A while ago, he was not closing in. He's kind of struggling with a bike maybe, but so far so good for Efraim Unahon right here. He is on the lead right now. Here we go. It's pouring right here, and it's raining already on the track, as Efraim Unahon is still on the lead right here. Here we go. There we go. We have to make It's raining hard right now as Efraim Unahon leading this one with 4 laps to go. Here we go. So slowly but surely, they're navigating each and every corner. But Dustin Esguerra is making a move right here. Tingnan natin, Dustin Esguerra is already on 3rd position with 3 laps to go. Wow. There we go. Efraim Unahon, slowly but surely right here. Now, Dustin Esguerra is still managing his way through Fons Borja right here. Tingnan natin, with 2 laps to go in this race. There we go. Dustin Esguerra right now. There we go. That is Dustin Esguerra right there. Still struggling to get past Fons Borja. There we go. Efraim Unahon with 2 laps to go in this race. So I'm not quite sure if Esguerra will be able to catch this up right here. But he was able to climb up to 5th position. Efraim Unahon right now. And the rest of the pack right there. There we go. That is Dustin Esguerra. There we go. As you can see, the racetrack is very wet and they are slowing down right here. So we are now on our last lap of the race. Last lap of the race right here. Efraim Unahon now crossing the start-finish line, winning this race right here. Dustin Esguerra is on 5th. Rain Del Mundo coming in 2nd. Yuri Olaivar in 3rd. Fons Borja for 4th. Esguerra in 5th. Fernando Corteza in 6th. And Carl Morta in 7th. Wow, there we go. This is the result right here. Efraim Unahon of Honda Project M Estremo and Rain Del Mundo in 2nd. Hyperboy Yuri Olaivar in 3rd. 4th is Fons Borja. Dustin Esguerra. Fernando Corteza and Carl Morta. There we go. Completes our top 7. There we go. Efraim Unahon winning this one right here. And of course, for the SP category is Yuri Olaivar also doing his victory lap. Efraim Unahon right there. There you go. Winning this one. Double win for Unahon. There we go. That's Yuri Olaivar. So that's it for us. And Alright, that's it for us. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po. And yes, it's a rainy, suddenly it rained, no? So if I bet this, I already won 1 lechon, no? So nobody bet on me. Yeah, so wala. There's always a technicality involved. So anyway, gents, thank you so much. Maraming salamat po. Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you had fun. And there we go. This is your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships. And it's time now to go to our Luzon races. So maraming salamat po sa kanilang lahat. Thank you so much for joining us right here. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Stay safe and have a safe ride home. Maraming salamat. Good afternoon, everybody.